killed a horse?
No one killed a horse.
Nobody killed any horses. Don't even bring it up. God.
I have never been so insulted in 650 years of miserable existence.
We're eating.
So-
Go away.
It's good to understand I'm still going out living the dreams.
What the hell's wrong with you?
You look into it, and
Full of snakes.
I knew more people would come along at some point.
You're a
That's a pretty
genius.
busy trade road, you know.
As we left off, you guys, perhaps having called yourself now the Dexterous Midnight Runners,
I'm not dexterous at all.
It's ironic for some people and not for others.
That was genius.
it was a genius moment. I think we can all appreciate it. I'm sure the viewers, if we're popular now, have made many a remix, and it's on t-shirts. So
Media.
Content.
Transmedia content.
So you have come back from this strange enchanted dungeon dedicated to Shah, and you have returned the boy Devon back to his mother Cerna in the Goblin's Head Inn, and there was much merriment upon your arrival. She paid you an appropriate amount. So how we've left it off currently, Rad with no hat, so you can all see Fraud magically tattooed on his forehead, is passed out in the middle of the tavern. Marcus was flirting with a blonde farmhand, but he is now outside actually, as he left off, thinking by himself. Rack, it's undecided. He said something about being a tree. He might be in a tree. We'll see.
Doing a bit of monk-related meditation.
Yeah, some meditation.
Are you making bird
Monking
squid?
up in a
Are
tree.
you making bird squid?
Oh,
That's it, right, good game, everyone. It's been really fun.
you got 2 bird poo jokes now in the series. 2 bird poo jokes, count them.
Birds have.
Can I say you said that outrageously? Do they actually have penises, guys?
The established point here is that Sam's character does not have a penis.
Sam is a humanoid bird, so maybe, I don't know how they reproduce. Honestly, I have no idea.
He's got something just staring you in the face.
Dan, can I advise? Please don't Google it. Don't Google Aarakocra sex. I'm sure you don't want to see what comes up.
Yen was carousing, somewhat exaggerating the story of your time in the dungeon and your escape, telling it to some people while playing dice, who are probably letting him win at this point.
I was winning. Sorry.
Pardon?
I was winning.
You are
That's the
winning,
main point.
and everyone else is still obviously surrounding whoever's in the tavern right now, asking for stories. They're very excited. It's tangible in the air, this excitement, as you adventurers have returned. And Cerna is still talking to her boy Devon about his experience. And where we left off was this halfling you had noticed before.
What's Bryn doing?
Oh, Bryn.
If you don't fucking mind.
Sorry.
Have I been written out?
No, I wrote it down somewhere. I wrote it down.
Bryn.
Oh no!
Who knows what's
Bryn's
happening?
dead.
It was written in a notepad.
He did.
With all our equipment.
Bryn, as I remember, was he just he just given Fjord.
Does anything I say matter? Or he's just going to wreck on it all?
Bryn has just given his good buddy Fjord the boar to a local pig farmer who was slightly drunk, but is determined to look after this boar and turn him into a stud and start producing lots of boar for Bryn to come back to at some point, whether if he ever needs an army of boars anywhere down the road.
Can never be too
He's also talked to to Fjord in a touching farewell moment, for now at least, and told Fjord to gore the farmer if he doesn't treat him right. But only if he doesn't treat him right. He had to really iterate that point.
So someone said it did the most interesting thing, but you forgot.
It was
just forgot.
Well, because since then you have now gone back to the bar, as you said.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what you said. And Bulgar, the dwarven barkeep, is now cooking you up a delicious meal of mead, ale, meat. It's mostly liquid-based meal at this point. But you asked previously for him to cook you up a big meal.
We already eaten.
No, you guys buggered off, and he's still cooking up. And Yen has just been approached by this halfling woman who wears these very nice blue cloaks, coats, very well dressed, is wearing a big rimmed blue hat. Should we go straight to this, or are you guys doing anything?
Snores.
Fantastic.
I'm just outside.
What are you thinking of outside?
You know, thinking of home, thinking of family, breathing in the night air.
Homesick?
Little bit.
How long have you been
Motion
away from Sharon for?
sick. Probably somewhere in the region of like a year, 2 years.
Rack, what are you doing? Are you just meditating, doing monkey things?
I'm sitting, I'm feeling pretty sorrowful. Still trying to struggle with the loss of, everything I ever knew.
That's
everyone I
true.
ever knew. It's still fairly recent.
So, this halfling, she comes up to you. Wow, this is a really great job. I mean, I've heard the stories so far, and gods, a warlock?
You bet.
That's amazing. Well,
I turn over my sleeping room vampire.
I've actually got somewhat of a proposition for you. Adventurous, do I call you?
Yeah, you bet you do.
It's a simple thing. It's not even close to the heroics you guys have performed so far.
Oh.
But, hey, you'll find yourself in a new place where you can tell your story, and I'm sure you'll find many more adventures to go on and make a name of yourself.
Yeah. That sounds pretty boring. I turn back to my dice.
Wait! I can pay you. Obviously, I can pay you.
I've got money.
How much money have you got? You're a young.
500 gold pieces.
If only we had some kind of notepad chronicling how much money we had.
It's over 500 gold pieces.
It's
I just
over
put
500. Over 500
Over
gold
five-
pieces. I've just heard from my guys.
My account.
The place where I'm going, the money flows much higher and much quicker than that.
Are you going to be paying us much more?
I'd probably pay you 200 gold just for a simple.
200 gold?
Just-
Well, that's a lot of gold. I turn back to the dice.
Don't be a little dick about it, okay? I'm offering you
kind of
a good and easy job. I need to get back to my hometown, and unfortunately, there's a bit of danger on the road these days.
Why don't you just get someone else to take you?
I tried, but they died, okay?
Ah, I turn back. What happened?
Are you turning back towards her now? Okay. She is visibly kind of annoyed, like, fuck. I'm a merchant of sorts. I had to make a supply run to Ruddlebarn. And on the way there, it seems that there's a Manticore that's been kind of tricky for the last few weeks on a particular trade route I use.
A Manticore?
A Manticore.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool, apart from we killed 2 of my guards.
Yeah, we'll kill it. No probs.
Really?
You bet.
I don't know. You seem pretty evasive about this job, to be honest.
No, that Manticore, yeah, all that,
All right.
I turn back to the dice.
Do you not want to discuss any further details with your party of adventurers?
Nah, I'm kind of the mover and shaker. Talk to Marcus.
Where's Marcus? Who's Marcus?
He's around.
If you don't fucking drink yourself into a stupor and sleep half of tomorrow, then we're going tomorrow morning, okay?
Where should we meet you? Okay.
Here, where I'm staying and where you're staying.
Right, so we won't miss each other.
Does it do breakfast?
Do they do breakfast?
Yeah, I've got to check now. What time is it served till? Is it like an 8
Do they do breakfast?
He serves you eggs and you burn the place down.
Yeah, they do breakfast. I've been here for a few days looking for people to come with me. So yeah, I've had a few breakfasts here at the Goblin's Head and they're pretty good.
When do they serve till?
And she walks off. Are you guys doing anything else at the moment? It's
I'm
just like
looking for all of
altercation.
our possessions. I don't know where they all are. I was just like, I had them.
Oh no, your possessions you gave to Bulgar before you left. You've got your stuff you carried with you left.
No, I think more like all the stuff we dragged out of the dungeon is what we were saying. He's like, oh shit, where's the bag?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, right.
Where's the Hessian sack? You
don't
lift
even
out the
eat.
sack and it's got a big hole in the bottom.
Shit.
Hey, do you want to get the next round, Bryn? Yeah, in a minute. You get this one. Fucking hell.
And so you see this woman walk away from Yen as he turns around back to playing dice with. You're playing with Jonah Fubb, the town reeve, and Colton Fairbairn, who is the
reeve's like a
shopkeeper
sheriff.
of.
Like a
No, a reeve. A reeve is someone who collects taxes
Oh, okay.
for the whoever
Like Bristol
rules the
Reeve.
land. Colton Fairbairn is the man who runs Colton's trading post in the village. But you're just playing dice with them, and they're kind of letting you in.
Sweet.
So I'm just gonna walk up to the Dice King. So I've seen it transpire. I'm a little boozy. Yen!
Yeah, man.
Who was that?
Oh, it's some lady. Something about a Manticore, though. We're gonna kill one of those.
Oh, they're cool. What do you know what, man?
No
what's
idea.
Manticore?
Honestly, not cool.
Well, you can do roll to see if you know what a manticore is.
Sweet, I got 18.
A manticore, as you know it, is a real dangerous monster. It has this lion's body. This particular version has actually this long tail with spikes on the end, and it has dragon-like wings, and the face is vaguely humanoid, and it looks pretty terrifying.
We should get everyone together.
I guess I'm going to wander back in. I'm wanting my food.
And fairly drunk, I'll just go, wah, 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 like that.
Oh no, Yen's in trouble! Right, walk back inside.
Ah, cool. Just that whistling. People are looking at you. Well, they've seen. Some of you have seen
Seen me
you
already.
before, but even then, you still strike a really weird, imposing figure. Even though you're shorter than them, the whole wingspan thing.
The whole blue and green
Yeah.
with the kind of beak.
They're cautious, but they know that you're with the party, and so some of them do approach you and say, "Good job," and then walk away. Yeah, they're careful not to touch you at all.
Easy on the
No, you
floor.
can do-
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's nice and soft. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll need a table. Get out of here, losers. I say to Reeve and whatever the hell the rest of the names are.
And then my drunk
okay.
right, and I just lift the table,
I just
flick the dice up.
Anyway, Bolgar's now coming out of his little kitchen area, and he just shouts, "Gloves up!" And I know you just done this really great thing, but if you could just not throw tables around, that'd be great.
Gently put it down.
Thank you for getting the boy. Please don't make this an excuse to mess up me bar. He keeps bringing out all these plates just full of chicken, full of beef. You asked for meat, basically, and he's giving you a lot of cooked meat here, like everything he had basically. It is a good basic meal of potatoes, of root vegetables, and of beef and chicken, and lots and lots of ale.
I stomp in my arm and I just sort of start shouting down. Not a word.
Just as a quick note, the people who were in close quarter combat with Bloodbrin,
Hepatitis.
so if I remember correctly,
I don't actually have
if I remember,
hepatitis.
it's probably just Brynrack and Marcus. Marcus, you're wearing armor, so it's not
I like to
visible.
imagine
Got the armor later.
I did the thing of like
Maybe.
grooming myself.
Okay, well, okay then. In this case, basically just Bryn. You've still got a lot of blood stains all over your
Don't worry, it's
clothes.
just mine.
And also, you've noticed on the goblin heads wall some more goblin heads.
Can I go
The
and
ones that
check?
you. Okay, yeah, go for
To see
it.
if Lumby's there.
Investigation.
Go for what are these?
Oh,
Are you alright, fella?
Where are all the goblins?
you don't recognize any of these goblin heads, and
You do that thing like when you walk into a room for your keys and you
Yeah.
can't remember why you're in there, so he walks over to the wall and then goes, what the fuck am I doing? Around, leaves again.
but does anyone want to investigate the new goblin head editions, or
Damn, I'm still unconscious.
so not you?
Somebody wake Rod up. Come on. Okay, I'll do it. So I walk over and I shake Rod. Rod, go and check out, see if we've got any new goblin heads. See if his Lumbie's there. Come on, do something.
Then I just go, oh, I was looking for Lumby. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to. Can I have disadvantage because I'm blind?
I'll go over with
You were stumbling over. Basically.
No, I'll support him.
People are keeping their distance.
We've all been rough. No, it's been rough. It's been fun. It's been rough, isn't it?
You recognise the goblins that you had previously slain and Rack had collected the heads of are now mounted on the wall. You do not see Lumbee anywhere. Yeah.
Oh,
Never kill him.
that little guy's still out there in the world. It's good to know someone's still going out living their dreams.
What the hell's wrong with you? I'll guide him back towards the table. Okay, yeah, I guess this is me. I got offered a job. Because all the rest of you are just, I don't even know where you are.
Congratulations, is this the end of your
When
gap
did you
year?
Yeah, so I'm... I start tomorrow, so I'll see you guys. It's been great. I'm going to go kill a Manticore. Yeah, so... You guys don't seem very excited for me.
I don't know what a Manticore is. What's a Manticore?
Oh, it's this thing, it has... I don't remember, but I was told a while back. So just imagine I told you.
It's a lion body, a spiky ass tail, and dragon wings.
Yes, that was...
And a humanoid.
If you guys wanted to come with me, you could. Oh, well, that's fine. It's like...
I I'm gonna get up from the table and grab Bryn for a second, just sort of like steer him away. Job.
That's kind of rude. We were just talking. You asked him a question. He just walked on.
He
didn't even say anything.
If we take this job, we're saddled with these guys.
I think it can work out. A couple of them are dickheads, and the other one I don't like very much. But in total,
So out of the three,
probably cope with it, you know.
so out of the three, you don't like any of them.
Well, like's a strong word. I know them. I can see them. I'm not really fussed.
Come back to the
All right,
table.
then.
I just feel like
Gold
we've
is
really
gold.
made a bond
Gold is
with you
gold.
guys. Like it's just. I mean, I know we.
I feel like we're really close now.
I feel like all of us, all 5 of us, are really getting good. What do you think about this, right?
Yeah, me and Jen are really getting on well now.
I have no reason to stay in this settlement. Where is this Manticore? Where do we head
I
from
don't
there?
really know, but we're going to a big city apparently.
I start to smile slowly and turn to Rack. I heard Manticores they can breathe fire.
I remember many moons since we first met. You mentioned something of a quest.
Yeah, Birdman. I was going to ask, what's your whole what's your deal? Like,
I came from my tribe, is that right? Tribe?
Sure. Whatever.
Tribe,
Nest. Whatever.
Nest, tribe.
Clutch. That's right.
It is right. Yeah.
My people in the Venta Forest, I left. And when I returned, the place was burnt to the ground. And there was no more. I don't know what the cause was. Or why, or what. And I want to find out what happened that caused it.
Bummer.
Yeah. So I feel if we tread how I'm happy to.
Jen, he's spilling his heart out.
If I feel
No, it
this,
sucks.
I feel this city
From the
might help me
heart.
get answers, so I can find out what and why, and perhaps extract revenge.
It's worth a shot.
Marcus, do Manticores really breathe fire?
I ain't got a fucking clue.
can I roll nature?
Yeah.
A 17.
Hence why in the cave I was so reluctant to go through the room with the fire.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry I tripped you and you hit your head on the door.
You know, manticores do not breathe fire, but they are not anything to really be trifled with. And the spikes on their tails, they can actually launch those spikes.
Okay, I go, no, because you're just best and you don't even know it's on there. You don't know. Breathe fire, he's good. I'm a really long way from home, guys.
See if you want some water. I'm like a little peaky.
I reach out for the nearest receptacle thinking it's water and drink some gravy.
Well, I've
Yeah,
not encountered this kind
yeah,
of food before, so I'm thinking like, I'm gonna start picking up this
Right. Let me help you out. So this one's beef, it comes from cows. This one's pork, it comes from pigs. This one's chicken, it comes.
I'm ready.
Don't eat this one.
Apex predator. Big birds eat smaller birds, that's a normal thing, isn't it?
It's weird, I've never seen one of
Yeah.
you not heated and between bread before.
Yeah, I love the idea of you literally leaping onto the table and tearing like an entire ham apart with your feet.
At this point, as you are eating and talking amongst yourselves, the halfling woman who had been at the bar and was drinking and kind of talking to Bolgar and stuff turns around and sees you all together now, and she comes towards your table. And she.
Oh, here she is.
We're eating!
So-
Go away!
You realise we're really very busy.
Fine, okay, I get it. You've had a long adventure, and you need some time to unwind.
Don't to patronise us.
I'm very sorry. My name is Rosny Tanluan,
Didn't
and
ask.
okay,
Sorry.
okay.
The bird's just eating some chicken. He's a little bit on edge.
Isn't that cannibalism?
No,
Don't
not
even
a chicken.
go there.
eagles eat like little birds. It's a real issue for this guy. There you go. It's not a thing!
I actually quite like
It's
the
a bit-
idea of this not being a thing for you, but for everyone else around you.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a thing, but that's just
I'm completely unfazed by it.
Has this fellow Yen? I hear from the stories.
Yeah,
No,
from
no,
the stories.
his name's Jen.
It's not Jen.
Come on.
I
Oh, is
mean,
it Jen? Oh, I'm so sorry, I misheard.
It's not Jen.
Jen.
Well,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
guy, right? Come
Jen?
on, Jen.
Yennefer.
Jen. Short for
Jenny.
Jen.
short for
Jen?
Yen, which is my name.
Oh.
Genevieve.
Oh, okay. Well, this guy, has he clued you in on what I'm Yen? Has he clued you in
right
on,
here.
on the job offer I have proposed to you as a
Yeah,
as
I
a
already
group?
did it. So,
Okay, so the plan is to meet up here in the morning and come with me to my hometown Trismuth.
You didn't mention
Right?
it starts tomorrow.
tomorrow morning, yeah.
Is that
Fresh
okay with you?
and
I mean,
bright.
I've got these things I need to get back to.
I see no reason to
What?
return this. Settlement.
What sauce
Wild
stuff?
folk.
What sauce
You're a
stuff?
bird racist.
What do you mean? Sorry, I'll give this a second.
Wait, are we mudfolk? What does that mean?
What are you talking about?
Wander around on the mud.
I can't believe. Give me that. No more chicken for you. It's weird.
With your leg hands.
Be like,
With your weird leg hands.
Jesus Christ. I have never been so insulted in 650 years of miserable existence. Jesus.
What happened to your feathers, by the way?
Yes, I've got hairs.
I'd like to grab him by the scruff of the neck and just that guy, just
Okay.
grab him by the scruff of the neck and escort him outside.
So while everyone's doing this, I turn to the lady and say, "You see what you've done? Get the hell out of here! You go! You get out of here!"
Guys,
Do you not want the job?
guys,
I have had my first
Do
alcohol.
your job.
Guys, I don't think we're thinking about the most important thing. What? What's your name again?
My name is Rosny Tunnelrun. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm Rod Spinell.
Rod Spinell, and she tries to come shake your hand.
I shake just a little bit to the side of where her hand is. Wait.
Are you going to ask why there are two of me?
Why do you go to town?
The town,
Yeah,
yes.
the town.
Tristmouth.
Yeah. And Manticore.
and the Manticore. She's really trying to help you along here.
Okay. Oh, we're taking stuff to the town after Manticore, right?
Yes.
What are we taking? It says I'm not very good at pretending to be drunk. Sorry, everyone.
What I'm taking. Oh, I'm a merchant. I can't divulge that information with you. You're not
Insight
my
check.
clients.
No deal.
So,
What are you trying to insight here? She
to
just
work
straight
out
up
what
told you the
it is.
truth. So that was a 5 for insight, and you're
Yeah.
trying to just basically see.
trying to figure out what
Disadvantage
why
to
she's
test.
being caged about.
Is she
I
trying to
rolled
hide
a
anything?
5.
Is she trying to hide anything? Not that she's been that cagey, to be honest.
Well, with a roll of 5, merchants, they work for other people, they work for clients, and so they don't necessarily need to divulge that information.
Well, they do.
I will say it's
divulge if
nothing-
They want us to be there.
I will say, it's nothing dangerous, it's just common supplies and things. Most of my stuff's gone, like, I was taking supplies from Tristmouth to Ruddlebarn. I dropped them off there, and then I get instructions to come back for the new supply orders. And that's it. And I can't divulge that information with you, I'm afraid. But it's on the level.
So you was on the level, guys. Really good.
And what do you pay?
I'm offering a very generous offer of 200 gold pieces for this simple escort mission.
200 gold pieces.
But only because 2 of
And
my
a
guards have been
Manticore.
killed. Yes.
400.
Roll persuasion.
I'm wearing big spiky armor. Can I make it intimidation?
Yeah, sure.
12.
I'd love to, I really would, but my budget just doesn't allow it, I'm afraid. And it's a very fair price. I mean, it is a very simple journey. It is only because of this Manticore that I'm offering such a high price. You know, initially, the guards I was paying less than half that amount for this journey, but I didn't realise there was a bloody Manticore on the road.
So let's split the difference. 600.
She audibly just sighs and
I
says
say,
in her
you want
hands,
skills like this on your team, and then I try and jump onto the table, you know, by only like using both my feet planted just to show how high I can get in a single jump.
But you're trying to like jump onto the
Yeah,
table.
onto the table like that.
I need you to roll an athletics
70.
with this weird kind of
I don't really get social
feat of
convention.
impression. It seems to try this feat to try and impress her. Very weird feat to choose.
I'm gonna jump on the table.
You've got a good like 2 foot vertical there, and you land slam onto the table. It is just about to like fall over, clattering everything on the floor. As it is, only one mug on the sides falls to the floor, and it just jutters. And quickly you make your way off it and land on your feet again with a bit of a flourish before the table just completely falls over.
Do we get 30?
That is not our food. That
that's-
was not our food.
That's
You're
Good
welcome.
jump. Good jump, I guess.
Completely unfazed, like I then go over to the food on the floor and then continue eating it.
You guys don't meet a lot of people, do you?
How about this?
Seems.
How about if we kill the Manticore? Wait, if the Manticore shows up, then you give us twice as much money. Like danger pay, but only if you kill it. Wait.
Well, the
no,
200 gold is kind of there just in case it does. Like, I'd pay it regardless. 200's a good. Like, it's just a Manticore. And there's what? Five adventurers who just killed a powerful warlock and all these other beasties and cruelties. And a what?
And a mare.
And again?
And a mare.
Don't worry about it.
Do you mean a horse?
Listen,
Who killed a horse?
No, but
No one killed a horse. No one killed a horse.
nobody killed any horses. Don't even bring it up. God, you get out of here.
Roll for PTSD.
You've really upset him. Listen, you don't have any other option as far as I can tell. So 400 or bust.
I need you to roll a persuasion, actually.
Let's go find a different list.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
17.
Literally, the very max I can go to. The very max I can go to. You is 270. Any more than that, and there is no point in even going back to the Tristmuth.
Alright. 270. This Manticore shows up and we deal with it. Anything related to the Manticore is ours.
Okay, if the Manticore does not show up, by the way, 200.
Manticore.
Should not hire drunk adventurers.
I saw one in a zoo once, but it was only a boysicle.
If no Manticore turns up, it's just the 200. If the Manticore does, 270. How does that sound with
And we
you?
get the Manticore.
If you can carry it, then yes. I don't have any use for it.
Gentlemen,
We're
Bloody
only
lion with
doing
we
wings.
happy with this? Bryn,
Yeah.
Rack, I'm cool with it. Drunk?
Mine's an ale.
So that's yes.
And you gotta get a round of drinks in.
I thought you were giving
And
them free
breakfast.
all night.
That's the principle of the thing.
And breakfast, and don't.
You're getting that for free as
Don't get us on
well.
the Continental. I want heated. I want it heated.
Fine, whatever. I don't care. Oh God, I'm sick of being here.
I go to shake her hand. I
what we
go to
do.
shake her hand. I think this is the beginning of a strong business relationship.
She gives you a very firm, angry handshake. Fine, I'll meet you here in the morning with your full hot breakfast.
What time in the morning?
Let's say 9 o'clock. Yeah,
We make it
give you time to
9:30. 9:30 for 10.
9:30 to 10. Do you have horses?
No.
I
Yes.
think I do.
As long as some of you have horses, I've got a wagon with all the empty crates now, basically.
Right at daybreak. 9:30 for 10.
Okay.
After a heated breakfast.
After a heated.
Then I'll mount up on my noble steed,
Yeah.
Alid Jones, and ride.
Alright,
That sounds good.
we're agreed.
Thank
I'm
you.
getting a bath and I'm going to bed.
And I will say, I'm sure whatever you're looking for, you will find it in Tristmuth. It is a very well-connected place, so it is a good place to be for adventurers, especially.
Shithole.
Actually, if you want to roll history on it, you can figure out what
Right,
it's
let's
like.
do this.
Yeah.
That is an 18.
What you know of Tristmuth is it's like a hive of a lot of
Villainy and scum.
villainy and scum. Not necessarily. There is a lot of illegal deals that go on
It's
there.
a shithole. What did I tell you, people?
But it is not without its own code of rules and honor. Like they do, it is run mostly by a particular group who kind of run everything and almost kind of, they're in control of the official council that run the town. But they basically run the show, and it is a lot of that illegal activity and smuggling and whatnot going on there. I'll see you between 9:30 and 10.
9:30 for 10.
9:30 for 10.
There we go.
Here, okay? And she just walks back to the bar and just gets herself a drink and just walks off to another group, just sitting alone but kind of observing. Kind of annoyed from her encounter with you guys. Ever since this whole talk, jumping on the table, and also even just the presence of Rack and the point at which you knocked over the table with the dice. People are still like really excited, but they're not coming up to you so much anymore because you kind of got a bit drunk and rowdy.
I'm in the page.
I think that's for the best. Yen goes over to find some more villagers to make fun of.
In what way?
Just like to mock them.
What do you
Because make fun wasn't clear.
What do you like say? Like, I mean,
I just make fun of their names, the way they look.
He uses a new word he's learned.
you make fun of the pig farmer. Pig farmer looks pretty dim.
I call them mudfolk, etc. I make fun of their stumpy little wings, so on, and feathers.
What?
Well, I got it from you.
At the bar, there's still that little statuette, which is the scales with a hammer resting on top of it, a war hammer, but it's a little statue just below a picture of a somewhat stern-looking younger dwarf.
Is it Volga in the picture?
No, it's female.
So I walk up to the bar and I say, "It's pretty hot."
That's my daughter.
Yeah?
You're a very strange elf, you know.
Yeah, and then I leave. I'm going to draw the curtain on Yen for the night. I think he's done enough.
Okay.
He's going to go to bed.
Well, just before everyone buggers off, Bolgar just taps his glass a bit. As you'll know, these wonderful adventurers came and saved Sula's son, for which we can never repay them. And so they'll always be welcome in Billywick. And
Oh no, I pissed down shit myself.
I'll give you that in one motion. Just hear like.
can I get a restart, please?
This image of Rod lying
On the floor saying that.
I'm like dead in bed and then pull up my I'm pissed myself.
I imagine him waking up with his head on the edge of a chamber pot.
Bolgar pauses for a moment. I'm glad they've been having a good time tonight. As such, I dedicate this wall of goblins to you, Yen, the elf, Rack, the birdman, birdman, Marcus, the human, Rad, where's Rad,
Piston shot.
and then the and Bryn. And do you guys, whoever's there, because he pauses for a moment looking at Bryn, do you guys just want to roll just perception?
Nice, man.
20.
22.
13.
Okay. Well, you already know what's up, but this is like kind of like because you've been busy ever since you met. You haven't really had much downtime together, as it were. But looking at Bryn, you notice there's something kind of off with his ears. In that they look like they've got these kind of scars just here, but that's all you notice. So I'm sure you'll all join me in a cheer for these brave adventurers. And so with that, everyone they bring up their drinks and they make cheers to you and they drink and toast to you. So what happens? Are you all retiring for bed or?
I'm gonna awkwardly look at everyone and just be like, see you later then. Just gonna wander off.
Okay.
I walk out.
Your room's upstairs.
I'd rather be outside.
Sure, yeah, but
I'll set up nest. If any of them need me, I'll be. Tree.
Dan,
Up sky.
how many rooms are there upstairs?
7 rooms upstairs.
Would you say it could be 8 rooms? Because I want to randomise which room I'm ended up in. My guy has no idea where he's going.
Yeah, okay, sure.
He's in the 8th room, the last one on the corridor. I've just staggered in, just push the door open.
You don't. It's locked.
And then you piss yourself in the corridor.
He's just fetal position. We go upstairs and find him fetal position, just sort of shivering.
Yeah, I'm going to just fall asleep like leaning against the door.
I'm literally just washing myself like armour and sword and going to bed.
I'll see that everyone else has just walked past Rad in this corridor, and I'll guide him to an open room.
You kind of shake him awake.
Don't worry about the other one, say you're not a tosser. Put it back in Syria.
And so the night goes. Oh, just before you all retired, obviously Cerna came one more time just to thank you profusely and just to say she'll never forget you and...
Never forget him, alright? Never be drinking at a bar and some weirdo nicks him and claims he wants a bowl. Right? Enough of that. Yeah?
I will take better care.
Yeah. You should. You've only got one. Do you have more before?
Well, thank you regardless. So Rack wakes up first. Everyone kind of gets up around 9:30ish.
So what time is sunrise?
It's springtime now.
So probably about 6 o'clock.
Probably.
Go for a little flight, just go like stretch your
Survey the terrain.
With
Maybe
the,
playing with my shuriken, getting used to grips.
yeah. You're looking over the whole village. You see it spreads out for quite some time. Very disparate little hamlets and things. This is all obviously where everything's concentrated, but it does go on for quite some time because there's a lot of farming, subsistence farming, but farming. And then you wake up pretty.
Clothes on, armour on, downstairs.
Do you put your armour on and then walk out of your room?
Yeah.
Okay, that wakes me up.
Going downstairs, you see Rosny there at a table eating breakfast, and there's Bolga at the bar as well. I mean, it's not like early morning by any means. There's no one else in the Goblin's Head Inn at this hour. They're probably out doing their farming duties, which you see flying above.
Can I be the cockerel when I lift up first light and wake everyone up?
You may.
What, I just said,
You get some heads out of windows looking up, because it's not the regular call they're used to. So yeah, you see Rosny sitting there with her breakfast, and she's just in between mouthfuls. Oh, good morning. Thank you for turning up on time. Is that the Birdman? Is that Rack?
yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to say you get used to it, but you don't.
He seems like quite a character. To be honest, you all seem like quite characters. Yeah, Bulgar, he's got all of your breakfasts on the stove. If you just want to go to the barns and collect it, and
Excellent.
morning. Do you want a drink with that?
Water. Just water.
Probably a good idea.
Hair of a dog.
Do they have coffee?
Yeah, your friend knocked over that table, so yeah, water's probably a good idea.
Sorry about that.
No, it happens. It happens. I get it.
I'm gonna stir from my sleep and go, 9:30 for 10, I've got to go. I'm running down one boot on, just hopping down the steps, and I'm like, oh Jesus, quick, an ale.
Absolutely. You're getting them for free anyway, so why not? And he pours you.
Two.
Yen doesn't wake
Yeah.
up because he's used to being woken up by his mates.
Been waiting for somebody to come and knock on the door.
So he pours you out 2 ales.
Two.
Something like that. Like
Here's your
Heated.
your heated breakfast.
Lovely.
Breakfast. It is bacon and eggs and.
Eat the eggs really quickly.
About this point, Rod go. You hear Rod go. Oh, what? From upstairs, quite loudly.
Yeah. He seemed to drink the most out of all of you last night, and he's a very small figure.
He is a really small one.
I come down.
He hands
I've
you a
got-
water.
So hang on, there was a bed there, right in the room, right?
Yes.
So there's a bed and it's got like sheets and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I've torn a strip off the sheet. I've made myself like a bandana to cover up the words and I tied it. I had an accident. You might have changed the sheets. I'm so very embarrassing. I think we can all just put. I think we all did a lot of things really great yesterday.
Speak for yourself.
And I think we could just put it right behind us and then like a large glass of water, please.
And he's already got the glass of water ready for you. It's a clear, big glass mug, and it's like this with you.
Okay, I take a big swig, spit it out on the floor, like it's on my face, and then pour it over my head. And then I go, keep that coming, it's great.
You could have. And he just takes the glass and fills up and hands you another one. But if you're gonna wash yourself, maybe do it outside. And he just goes to get his little mop and starts cleaning up your mess.
No. I'll summon my unseen servant guy,
Oh.
and he can do the cleanup.
So this thing just suddenly takes his mop.
Yeah. I mean,
What
technically-
what's going on? What the fuck was that?
Oh, don't worry. It's
a floating
To
mop!
be fair, Dan, technically it takes 10 minutes to cast, so I think maybe he'll be done.
Right,
I'm
okay.
like, just listen, I'll sort it. I hold them up. I just sort of sit there for a while holding them up, muttering like incantations under my breath. He gets a bit confused, and then the mop,
fantastic.
and I'm like, clean up that mess.
And he's amazed when he sees
starts
the
cleaning
smart.
the entire floor slowly from one corner, moving all the straw, or whatever's on the floor, out.
That's amazing. Can I hire this guy?
We can talk about you can talk about day rates later, but
Right.
just put in a good word for. I mean, I know. I must be honest. I've had things have gone better for me than they go right now, but I think it's heading up, and but I'd really like it if you could put in a good word for old Rard.
To who?
Remember the name.
Just generally, just like around.
Oh,
To
okay.
to who you might call the electorate.
Well, I'm gonna put a plaque on the goblin head
If you
wall
make
there
my
with
name legible, like nice, keep it legible. Maybe it's like a different colour. But everyone else got
RARD.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So I guess you hadn't always had this going on.
It's a little delicate.
Say no more. Say no more. And so he just goes on to start getting the pub ready, getting all the beer mats out, and just sort of cleaning things up. And
I tell
Yeah.
my servant to
This guy
like.
must have. This guy must have really low charisma. You don't ask someone that kind of thing. Oh, you're so weird in your face.
he is a dwarf, and he's got a big scar across his face like that. So
Yeah, fair.
like these things often come up, and he's quite blunt about things. And yeah, I got this one from a goblin. I don't know if I told you already, but it's fine. You just bear these scars of your history on your face, and it's just how life is sometimes. So he goes on to get the pub ready, and you get your meal as he hands you a plate of bacon and eggs and everything. And Rosny asks, "Where's that elven youth I was talking to yesterday? Is he still upstairs? He hasn't done a
Jen,
run.
let me just go and
Is it?
go and
Sorry,
check.
I've just got to ask. Is it Yen or Jen?
I think it's a hard Y. It's a Jen.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more like a.
Why?
Yeah.
So you gotta hit up a bit. Jen.
Ken.
Jen from the mountain.
That was just a little goof.
It's
yeah.
too early in the morning for this. Yen.
Well, I've been up for 3 hours, mate.
Yen.
Hey Ken, what are you doing?
Oh, he's still asleep. He'll probably wake up about 11:30 naturally.
Do you reckon I should get?
Yeah, that's right.
I use a message on voice climb upstairs. I just point it up and I just go, "Hey buddy, how's it going?"
What happens if I'm still asleep?
What are you dreaming about right now?
I think he's probably dreaming about the dungeon that we were just in and the bit at the end when he should have used his bow instead of diving in to stab the person. He's dreaming about how much better that would have been, how everyone would have congratulated him.
Hey buddy, how's it going?
So in your dream, Vard, who is in the same situation as you, turns to you and says that.
What do you mean?
I think we need to.
I did really good though, didn't I? I killed everyone, I think. So,
Well, let's not get too hasty. We need to head off. I mean, I don't want to be. You did not like. I think if we're going to work together as a team, I think it's important that punctuality is like a key part of what we're about here.
do I start to realise what he is at this point?
You're starting to realise, like, this is a very weird conversation I'm sustaining here, and you start to become more aware that you're dreaming.
This sucks, and I'll wake up completely.
Okay, brilliant.
You don't. The thing is, you're an elf, so you don't actually need to sleep. You just meditate.
Just meditate.
But you do. You still do sleep.
I enjoy it.
Okay, when you meditate, you basically dream, I guess. Like,
We'll go with that.
you're lazy, you dream, you daydream, and you get stuck into your meditation, and it's basically just self-congratulatory, it seems.
So he runs down the stairs and says, "Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go."
It was for, what was it for, Bryn?
9 for 10.
So why are we still here? And then he walks out the door.
Well, is everyone ready? I guess.
Can I have some?
But I see you head out the door and I swoop down and...
Bulgar! Bulgar!
My old soul. Can I have some oats? I've got to feed Alad. I haven't fed him in like
Your
6
horse.
days.
I'm ready to be...
Sure. I guess.
I just hold my hands like that.
Okay. How? Do you want a bag or? He just starts pouring. Like he goes in the back. He gets a bag of oats and just starts pouring it in your hands.
Bryn, grab some for me as well.
I can get a small little bag or something.
Yeah, go on.
He hands you a pouch of oats, a very rough sort of canvas bag, but yeah.
Upon seeing this, I just go, I have one of them too, please.
And he- yeah.
just does that.
So is everyone ready to go now? You've got
I'm already
everything right?
outside.
Oh, okay. All good?
Just readying the horses. Go on, we'll be walking.
Alright.
I ease myself down from the bar stool with a groan and head out.
She picks up her like a leather duffel bag full of her own things, and she walks out. And you've got the stables for the inn next to you with your horses, and you see a wagon there as well, which is her wagon as she mounts her bag onto it and gets her horse ready.
Right, I mount up. Let's get this show on the road, people.
And so you head on south. As you move away from Billywick, the sun keeps rising in the sky as we can come closer to midday, and the farmers are all, in their fields, ploughing their...
Oh, sorry, laughing.
Morning, travellers! How's it going?
Here, Doris. say good morning, love.
Morning!
Morning,
boys! When we get more than 60 feet away from the thing, my like unseen servant just dies and the mob just collapses to the floor with a really sudden clatter.
And Bulgar, who's cleaning... What's the riding order, if may I ask?
I'm at the front.
I'll be next to Marcus.
I'll ride it in the wagon because I don't have a horse.
Oh, right next to it.
Circling around the top, flying.
Rard, obviously riding in the wagon. You see all these sort of empty crates and barrels. I mean, some of the crates are still kind of full with general supplies like basic kind of grains and cloth, things like that. There's also some leather-worked armor, some fine kind of small melee weapons like daggers and knives and things. But it's not a lot. They're mostly empty crates and barrels.
Oh, you like a perception or investigation or something?
Just roll a straight perception.
Is it like an open top wagon? Like an open
No,
top
it's got a
That's
cloth.
fine.
It's got a big cloth.
I want to big round things over top, like get
Like your Oregon proper.
But it's not like
Oregon-
that extreme. It's like a very simple kind
Like an
of...
Oregon Trail sort of. That was a 9.
Yeah, just empty sort of barrels and crates and things. A bit dirty here and there, but that's all you kind of notice. When moving away from Billywick, you see to your left, in the distance, a large, pretty stately manor which stands in stark contrast with the rest of the surroundings, as well as the collection of farmlands and farmhouses. It thins out, of course, as you get further and further away. Are you guys doing anything, talking about anything? Because of course you're in the wagon.
Yeah, it was the lady on the wagon.
Yeah, well, she's driving it. So basically, there's the horse, and she's on the
I might be
wagon.
sitting next to her on that front bar. Seems like a sensible place to go.
Yeah, sure.
I've some head in the back to
Yeah.
what's there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a pretty nice mansion. Do you know anything about it?
You know, I don't live here or anything, but I overheard it's this manor for the noble who kind of owns this area. I think his name it's something Bullform or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the wheat exchange in Clover. I think it's not quite as nice. It's slightly gaudy, I would say. It doesn't have the clean lines.
What? I've never heard of Cloworth.
I'm very much surprised a merchant like you, and it has the third largest wheat exchange in the whole of Southwest Estra.
Not southwest, by the way. It's more north.
Okay.
Really? Huh. Good for trade then.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's nice.
What? Just wheat and stuff. What's their main export?
The main export, novelty leatherware.
Aha. Okay. I mean, I deal more with adventuring gear, shall we say, and other pieces and things I can't divulge into, but I mean, that's interesting. Definitely very interesting. Something
It's a very
in my
interesting
head now.
place. It's a very interesting place. Well run as well. It was.
Was.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't want to go into it. Yeah. I sort of lapsed into silence.
And you guys doing anything, talking about anything whilst you're riding? Because of course you're riding for, some hours.
I don't think I'm sort of bringing up any topics like beyond just sort of shooting the breeze.
Enjoying the surroundings.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
We have been talking about Manticore to worry about, so.
Do we break for lunch at any point?
It comes to about midday-ish, 1-ish, and you...
We did breakfast at 10, bloody hell.
2-ish, and then... Yeah, and she's like, should we stop for some food? I mean, you bought
We can eat what's
provisions.
Half 11 for 12, we can stop.
It's already past that, looking
We
at
shall
the sun.
stop.
Okay.
And you just go, oh shit, you yank away.
Yeah, she gets out some stuff that she packed previously from the inn, just some basic food.
Cold cuts, that sort of thing.
Do you want any of this food or anything? Did you have the foresight to pack food?
That's aggressive there.
I'm sorry, but you were giving me a bit of shit last night. Though you were drunk, I get it.
Have you never had a drink?
Yes.
Right? Have you ever had a good time?
Maybe I just wasn't drunk enough
Because
that night.
sometimes you're not planning about
I'm-
the following day's lunch.
I'm
when
sorry.
You're having a bevy.
It's just I've been stuck in Billywick, and however nice it is, it's just not very exciting.
You're really riding Brit
What?
out.
Are there any trees around, by the way?
Actually, what you notice as you keep going, it starts to get into more like plains, and
Okay.
also you start to see seagulls as you kind of get closer to the coast of the west coast of Estra.
Not much in the way of tree then.
I mean, there are some trees scattered around the landscape, but it's mostly like hilly plains.
Okay.
Why?
Because if there was a tree, I'd like to go and try and make a makeshift lance.
Okay.
That would take a while.
Well, no, I mean, it'd literally just be a nice long branch, cut it down and shave off the bark. Like, it wouldn't be anything substantial. It would be an improvised weapon at best.
Yeah, there's a tree close enough if you want to try, like with a steady kind of branch you can pull down.
Yeah.
You snap it off and you start making yourself. What are you doing? Do you not have any weapons?
Comes in handy on a horse. Sabers, too close range for a Manticore power. Want something with a bit of reach on the charge, just in case. Jesus Christ, you're not a duck.
Cavalryman?
Cavalry. Well, cavalry and naval.
Good Lord, Sam.
He's planting the seeds, he's planting the characters.
I have a
ready for this
feeling.
character has
Are
like
you
a
talking
12
to the
long
seagulls
spiral
right
explosive
now? Are you having a conversation with the seagulls?
Do I speak the same language?
No, you do not.
Aarakocra is not a bird.
No. Sorry. So, cavalryman?
Cavalry and navy. Did it sound on both?
Where? Who for? I'm just curious. I don't mean to pry or anything.
Home. I don't talk about it anymore.
We all have things
See
in our
what you've
past.
done? You're really riding him up. Get out of here.
How can you stand being with Jen? Okay, I just don't get it.
Yen, okay, Yen.
Is it?
We'll put more of a on it.
Where are you from? You were.
I forgot the name of the place. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, this backstory.
This is how we do it in the wilds. They love it over there. I'm the toast of the town. Or so they told me.
I'm a very important person.
I guess it was a very small.
Everybody loves me. They
A
find
very
me
small
charming.
town.
Don't you?
well liked.
Everybody finds me charming.
I'm busy, mate. I'm busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
See?
I mean, have you been to Trismuth before, by the way? I mean, I don't know if you know what you're expecting.
Have I?
Or... You know what? I mean, maybe you've passed through it at some point. It's
In
up
my
to
time
you.
as a vagrant.
Maybe it's a vagrant.
north,
Yeah.
did you say?
Really
South?
nice. Yeah, it's
It's
good.
south. It's south of where you are. It's kind of like middle of Estra.
It's got some of the driest haylofts I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you know, have you been there before?
Yeah, but only for like I spent a night there when it was really
Okay.
heavily raining and I was sick of sleeping rough.
Well, okay, in that case, you know that it is. It's a very interesting location, full of illegal activity, and it is very much on the coast. On the coast
Is it
later
south
on.
coast, west coast, or what coast is it?
Sorry, it is the west coast. Somewhat of a sea breeze coming in as you get closer and closer to the coast. So do you do anything else over lunch? She asks. So, have you been to Trismuth before or anything? Or what are you looking for?
Like your business, that's personal.
Are you back now from your wandering?
Yeah, I imagine I'm probably just shaving off.
Can I make a survival check?
There you
That'll
go.
be,
Right,
that'll
survival,
be a
yeah.
5. That'll be a 5.
Come back with a twig.
Success!
I mean, you have made a nice stick.
Seeing what he's doing, I've been quietly fashioning my own. 14.
Yeah, so you come back with a nice stick. You come back with, like, let's call it a javelin of some kind, I guess. I will say you've got a 1d6 piercing homemade weapon. You have no idea, like, if it will work in combat. Or if you do have, if it does work, how long it will work for. Well, Rosny's there anyway, and as you're eating and having this conversation, asking about Trismuth, she's just eating and she's like, by the way, what's your deal? Rack, was it? I mean, you're an Aarakocra, right?
That's what I believe the term is. I've heard
You don't seem to be a part of civilization, as it were. Why are you with these people? Why are you not flying in the air?
I came from a place in the Ventnor Wilds. The only folk I ever knew were my own. I left on a personal voyage journey. That's what my people do at a certain age. But when I came back, everything was gone, burned, ruined. And I seek answers, for I do not know what's happened. I'm a bit of a lost cause, really. I don't really know where. So I want to find what's happened, why it, what caused it, who, why,
Sorry.
and if possible, exact revenge.
I'm sorry to hear that, I truly am. Have you found any information so far, or...
I haven't. I've travelled the wilds, but I haven't interacted with many folk.
Ask around in Tristramouth. I mean, I know there are some bird people there. Not...
Really?
I mean, they're not of your kind, but they are there and they might know something. I don't know. They keep to themselves as well, to be honest. They're Kenku, if you... And you know of
I'm aware of that
Kenku.
expression.
Actually, to be honest, you probably know about this already. being,
Also, I like to imagine that I've not personally encountered any other species, but I'm
You
just
know
saying
what-
that we probably the elders in the tribe, people have
Taught
and they
you,
tell
like,
tales, and they-
Yeah,
it's one of the things
yeah.
they teach you at primary school. It's like what the seasons are, what the races are. Like if races existed, it would be like element. It would be like basic.
And don't go near the mud-footed one.
Yeah,
'cause then
roll
you lose
history.
all your feathers.
Well, you've never seen a Kenku before, but you've heard stories from your
Elders.
elders. Kenku are flightless, raven-like humanoid creatures, pretty small in stature. They just have a regular humanoid form. They actually...
Feathered.
They are feathered, yes. They love jewelry, they love stealing things. They're very tricky with their hands. And so that's sort of the roles they fall into, are those kind of roles as thieves in small communities. Also, a very interesting thing about them, you do know, is that they have no real language. They just mimic things that they hear. Trying to communicate with them is like watching a performance of all these strange kind of disparate phrases and sounds, and it's a very interesting language for sure. You can ask them and maybe they'll know something. I'm sorry, I don't know anything myself.
I'm going to use a message that no one can hear. You get my voice in your head and I say, make your excuses and like head away from the caravan for a while or something. I want to tell you in secret.
I don't need to make my excuse. I literally just get up and...
Yeah, it's just like, you know what's a bit weird? I need to make wee-wee. So I'm going to hang on. I'm just going to go there, a little sprinkle tinkle. I'm like really overselling it.
I'm gonna call
Fly down in a big circle and it's gonna go fly down, which I really land next
I
to
don't know, is there like a tree nearby we can hide behind? Is there any sort of cover or is it just a big plain? Is there anywhere we can stand where people would be really obvious that
There's that
Hey, those
tree
guys are just
that
down
he's
here.
taken his stick from, so there is that tree that he's
Let's
taken.
go stand over by. Can it be like a small group of trees rather than just one?
It's just one.
Okay, fine. We're going to stand on by the
We're
tree.
gonna land, sit on the branch of the
There
tree.
you go, land in the tree. We'll just give us some cover. Hey, it's weird if you watch. So, I didn't know about your story about your tribe. I'm quite old now. I'm a little over 300. When I was a little boy, I don't know if you know, I actually come from a town called Clover. It's a fantastic town.
I believe you.
Yeah. I don't know if I have. I don't mention it. But before I was there, I lived in a village in the woods. In a village among my own people with other gnomes, and
Is there not gnomes in this town? Come on.
there are many of them came from my village because one of my earliest memories is the village wreathed in flames, and my father carried me as we left, walked through the ashes of our village, and I remember
Lost.
many were lost. My memories of it aren't very clear, but I do remember watching one thing fall down out of the sky among all of the soot and the ash. And I reached into my bag and I pull out a single long green feather. I've sort of hung onto it. It's like, when I was a kid, I had it's like a little comforter. It was the only nice thing I had left.
Like the same
Sort of-
colour as...
Yeah.
It's the same colour as your feathers, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe something we could, I don't know. I'm just saying, if
So
you
you'll help me.
want some help, I don't know.
You have my gratitude.
I tuck it into my bag and I'm like, oh, when I'm done, you can't believe you watched the whole time.
Frosty's kind of looking at you as you guys walk back.
Just a heads up, guy.
Yeah.
Don't do what I'm watching, that's weird.
Yeah, as Rack comes towards the rest of the group. Rack, you really should have mentioned that earlier. My family live in those woods. I'm sure we could drop by Shanadale sometime. they probably know what's going on. They're pretty smart.
Whereabouts in the world is this?
I look around awkwardly and I'm like, he kind of told me about that straight away, and I
I
forgot.
might have thought to bring that up.
Nah, he's a good old slugger here. He's really pulling his weight.
He is, he's doing good.
Yeah, I just forgot because I was so amazed at his stabbing.
I was always taught to give the elves a wide to the west to not
Yeah, that's
brave
smart.
my
I mean,
lads.
they are mean, and they don't like visitors.
Probably not to meddle in the affairs of others.
But if I show up with you guys, they'd love it. They would love it. So make a note. We'll do that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that town, that place before.
Yeah, we keep to ourselves.
I can see that. Anything else going on you want to talk about?
What's with your past? You seldom speak of such matters.
It's not really nice. Don't like to think about it. I like to write it down. It makes it easier.
It's alright, man. It's alright.
Yeah.
Do you see what you've done?
I just get in a bit of a huff and I get this weird little satchel and I just like lob it to the ground near the bird and just like mope off back to Alid.
Okay.
Like, I'm walking in the air.
What's in the satchel?
What's in the satchel? It's my notes.
Notes. Okay.
It's my notes I've left in there. The little Barry Bergman.
Can I read?
You
You can read.
can't
Yes.
read, but I've left them there. So.
I go over and pick them up, and these aren't for you guys. Don't go into this. I'm gonna go off to Bryn and make sure he's alright.
Do you not want to share with the group?
Wow, it just seems a lot of people are opening up
I'm an
today.
alcoholic.
I don't know. I don't think I've got a problem with this one.
Well, I'm not pissing and shitting myself.
Well, if we're sharing, I guess my family
I've got my
sucks.
spellbook.
Pardon?
I've got my spellbook.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to.
Just direct it.
What do you think? Straight up.
Okay, and so she gets back to her wagon. Let's go forth then, I guess. And yeah, I guess you hop on next to her on the wagon.
Come on, Mr. Jones!
Can I just say your horse's whinny has got such a pure tone?
It's really high pitched.
As you continue, there are more seagulls. The breeze from the sea gets stronger. The coast isn't literally right next to you, but it's not far away. A few times when you're going up inclines, there is like a forest. It's sporadic in the distance next to the coast. There are moments when the forest becomes less dense or even just halts altogether, and you can see just the sea beyond there off of a cliff face. Still though, this forest becomes thicker again. You can't see the sea anymore, but you're getting closer to the forest line until you're basically parallel with a very thick, dense forest just next to the road.
Well, no, I think when I see the water, I just sort of muster under my breath, sort of just like home.
Just practicing sitting here with my book, just practicing little spells, doing like miniature versions of Shatter and these sort of things, just trying to sort of hone my skills.
That's really impressive. That's
Well, you know, you look it up.
how long have you been training in the magical arts for?
Honestly, training's a bit strong. I've been dabbling for 150 years.
Oh, okay. So have you fought Manticore before then?
That's right, here's Deception.
You may. Yeah.
Vampire man.
Oh, that's an 18.
An 18.
I say, fought might be a strong word, like, one stole some of my candy floss at the zoo once.
Through the bars.
Through the bars, yeah. With its stinger, yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's. Well, at least you've seen them.
Yeah.
And she just
That's
does.
completely untrue, I'll just say.
I know.
Whilst you chat, I'm soaring high above, flying around.
And squitting. Squitting everywhere.
Can I take this brief moment?
Fully a pound of acidic white gel.
Oh god, that's awful.
What did you say?
It lands on Marcus's shoulder pad.
Your arm starts to sizzle. Yeah.
Why is it sizzling?
It's taking the paint off. It's
Why is it
the paint
acidic?
off his arm. Because bird shit takes the paint off cars. It's really
Yeah, if you leave it there for a month.
Yeah,
well,
big
Sam,
bird,
we're just
this
saying,
is
well,
a
yeah,
poser.
well, Sam, maybe we're actually thinking about his diet.
I've never had cooked meats before.
He's never had his own kind before.
Your camera's flashing.
Yeah, mine would have just run out of memory.
It's cyber.
Oh Christ, how many fucking notifications do you have?
Too many, and I have a nasty feeling. I didn't hit go again.
Should we just do
Do you want to just restart the camera?
I'll just restart it.
Oh, yeah, restart it,
Section,
yeah.
That's fine.
You come to a point where you see in the distance there is another wagon to the side of the road. As you get a bit closer to it, you can see there's slashes, or like one great big slash on the side of the wagon's canvas roof, and the floor also has puddles of blood, just puddles or like drag marks with blood as well. So I'm gonna just guess here. Manticore. And she says this basically to Rard, who is looking in his spellbook.
What?
I'm gonna call up
Yeah, you
Wolves,
do, Steve.
and I want to investigate this thing. I want to guard everyone, and I want to have a look around this. I want to poke around this caravan.
So Rosny gets off as well from her wagon and comes up to the other wagon, and you just see there's these great big slashes on the canvas on the side of the wagon, and you see some puddles of blood near that, and also what seems like some footsteps in blood that have run.
Human footsteps.
Human
Like boots.
footsteps. Boots, yes. That have run for a bit, and then the tracks just stop right there. And near the front of the wagon is this great big, it's like a drag mark of blood, presumably from the horse. Like the horse has been severely wounded and then dragged a bit before disappearing altogether. And with that, you also see from the forest line a couple of some broken branches and whatnot.
One of yours.
Oh, no, I have no idea who these people are. Must have been other traders who either were far too confident about this trail or just didn't hear the local news. I mean, as soon as I was going by, I had no idea there was even a Manticore here. Came and got two of my guards. Me and the other guard just escaped with our lives, and our supplies, of course. Well, when we got to Ruddlebarn, we warned them, and I think word spread, hopefully. But
I'm gonna
that
quickly
route's just
interrupt
so
you.
long.
And say, where's the other guard?
Pardon?
Where's your other guard?
The other guard did a runner when we went to Billywick. I was just gonna go and make it quick, and they just left.
Throw it out there. Could we not have taken a different road?
I mean, that's a lot of travel is going by different roads, but they add like at least another few days to this journey, and I need to get back.
I'm gonna draw my saber. I'm gonna draw my saber and start having a poke around. Yen, you're quick on your hands. Come give me a hand. I want to see if there's anything in here worth taking.
I scoot
Well,
over.
I want to get on this as well. And
It's not part of the deal.
I am a merchant by trade.
And you're a respectable merchant at that.
No
You wouldn't
point
dare
in
come
option
off
hour.
dead
Do you
companions.
know what Trismuth's like? And she just comes into the wagon as well with you. She doesn't even care. Well, actually, no. Roll
I'm gonna
Roll
literally turn and
intimidation.
just completely bar her way.
roll intimidation.
Oh my god.
Broken glass.
That is a 6.
Isn't all this
Yeah,
lies?
you
Every time I go for fucking intimidation.
Can I yell from the back of my
You-
horse?
as
my Lord.
first of all,
Let's come up.
to resolve this, as you're doing this, as you kind of try and bar her off, she literally just sort of pushes you away and skirts around the side, very stealthy like. And yeah, do you shout anything?
No, I'm just gonna yell at her.
Glass, isn't
What are you doing?
It's got a logo on it.
I'm going to see what's in this wagon, looking for clues and other things.
I'm just gonna fire an arrow into the wagon just to make a
noise.
noise and be loud and be aggressive.
Please don't fail this, because
Where
I'm
are
in
you
the
gonna,
wagon.
Where are you gonna yeah, you're in the wagon. Where are you gonna fire
Like a
it?
wheel on. Is it on the side or is it like
No, it's standing upright.
like into the wheel? So it's not. It's going into like the bottom.
Roll attack.
So shit. That's 10.
You fire your arrow, it just hits the ground next to her. She doesn't even she turns around, looks at it, and she just goes and turns back.
Guys, do we want to get paid?
Yeah.
It's fine, guys.
No, I'm
Listen.
going for a grapple check, and at the same time, I'm literally grabbing her arm, yanking her back, and saying, "You're gonna stand here and tell me that you, your caravan, and your guard all managed to escape from a creature that has completely torn this caravan to shreds, dragged off a horse, and you're telling me that your carriage, your little cart, is faster.
There was one Manticore, it just took the 2 guards and then it left. And we ran, we did not turn
With
turn
a whole
around.
cart? You're seriously telling me your
Yes!
cart outran a Manticore? Bullshit. Insight? That's a little bit better. That's 14.
Yeah, she seems to be telling the truth. And she's, look, I mean, I can't explain it any better than you do, but there was me, there were 3 guards, we came by here not knowing anything, a Manticore came out of the forest line there, grabbed 2 of the guards, and we fucking threw some knives at it, some arrows, and we just left, and we went and we didn't turn around. I'm thinking maybe the Manticore was distracted by the 2 guards that he managed to take with him. Couldn't carry any more. I don't know.
I must have had a ton of time by now.
I was literally going to say, yeah, you found anything.
Yeah, so like, what should I roll? Sleight of hand or something? Because I've been rifling through all this stuff.
Investigation.
Okay, so that's good. I was hoping you'd say sleight of hand.
Nope.
11.
11. Well, I mean, you're going
Everything
through.
a plus for you.
You're going.
Yes,
you're
everything is a
going.
plus.
You're
Doesn't have
going
any bad
through
stats.
all of the crates and things. It is very basic supplies. As far as you're concerned, there is nothing that makes you feel like there's anything more to this. There's nothing that makes you feel uneasy. It is just things like bags of grains and of cotton and some hides and things. It seems more like just a general trade caravan of some sort.
Yeah, it's pretty much just junk, guys.
There's also a little tiny little leather pouch as well.
Okay, what do I find?
You look into it and
Full of snakes.
Why were they carrying these?
All of them bite you, every last one.
I would have knocked the motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking wagon.
you find 9 gold and like
Takes it all.
12 silvers.
I throw it to Bryn.
I can't count this.
Good God.
9
Just write
gold
the character
and
sheet for
what did I say? 11 silvers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I'll turn back to what's
Hey! I was in this caravan as well. Don't
Hang
I get
on.
it?
We had an agreement.
Can I watch her really closely?
You pay
and
us
say,
to
"Listen,
guard your caravan.
Marcus, it's fine, it's fine. Oh no, we'll just watch her really closely.
The rest of it, you want anything else in there, is yours. That's ours. We had an agreement. You pay us.
Fine.
Anything to do with the Manticore was ours. That was the agreement.
This is no. Daddy, you were twisting my words extremely here, I must say.
I'm gonna notch another arrow and just like.
Guys, we don't want this
God,
junk.
do we want to like? Oh,
That's
well,
what I'm saying. I'm saying a good, but
let's kill this. Let's kill our fucking paycheck over 9 gold. This is fucking sensible, isn't
And
it?
7 silver pieces.
I think you'll find.
I think you'll find it was 11.
That's
a bad thing.
Everyone, stand down. If she wants the stuff, who cares? It's junk.
Thank you. I will take these things because it's just generally helpful. Waste not, want not. Okay? This isn't gonna go anywhere. This isn't gonna do anything. I'll take these bags and I'll take these things and I'll sell them on in Trismuth. What's the problem with that? You can take the
Nothing.
gold. I don't care.
Nothing. We just wanted to make sure if there was anything that we could find useful in there, we could take it first. We got no interest in dealing and trading. If there was weapons, if there was armor, that's the sort of thing that interests us.
I go. I already.
Well, are you looking though?
So when I was watching her, did I see her pick up anything or treat anything with special care or anything like that?
No. Roll insight.
Testing me down. That's my lowest stat.
Well,
I'm here, +1.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
you suddenly know her whole life story. No, you. Like, this looks like the first time she's ever been in here. She hasn't seen any of this stuff before. She's just savvy, and she kind of just wants to improve her own business.
She just picks through stuff and finds the best, and that's it.
No, she actually lugs everything, because the caravan at this point is just full of mostly empty barrels and crates, and so she's just pulling all of these sacks of grains and these hides and things, and she's just loading them onto the caravan. Is anyone?
I'd like to help her load it.
Is anyone? Thank you. and so
I
you help
help,
loads.
but not very much. I'm really mostly looking for a hat. I'm trying to find a hat. Or any sort of acceptable head covering that isn't made from a ripped off fucking bedsheet.
Roll an investigation.
That is a 14.
It's a 14. You find near the front of the wagon, like just a small dagger, very basic, simple
That's not a
dagger.
hat.
Yes,
You put it on your head.
you find that, and you find nothing else. I mean, you can use more of the cloth, like for the bags and things, as a headband, but there's no hats here.
Okay. You know, until you can find something better, you can have this. Help cover up your scar, your unfortunate birthmark. You obviously don't bother attuning it to, so like our character might don't bother.
No, I went, oh man, this means a lot to me.
It's quite big on your head, but it looks pretty cool. It's a human-sized hat.
Have gnomes got smaller
kind of
heads?
So was that a
Gnomes are
full
small.
plate helmet?
However, so it's a bit big, but it's nice. It's cool. It's like a leather kind of driver's cap, if you will, with a.
I think you'll find
the-
it's a somewhat puffy suede driver's cap then.
That's what I meant. And so that's what you've got on your head. Looking good,
Looking stylish.
is what Rosny says to you. And I need everyone to roll perception.
Natural one.
22.
13.
13. 10.
Rosny looks at you. You look at her as you start to hear like rustling in the forest edge. It's like she says, I think we'd better go. Maybe get some weapons ready.
Weapons now!
She tries to shush you as you shout that. As you do that, Rosny runs to the back of her wagon, and she just shouts, "I'm just getting my weapons!" This Manticore claws his way from the dense forest, and he just starts with a very low rumbling laugh. I knew more people would come along at some point.
You're a
That's a pretty
genius!
busy trade road, you know?
Give me one reason I shouldn't kill you right now.
Because we're going to turn you into a mantic corpse.
Oh! Sick burn!
And this gigantic smirk on his face as you see rows upon rows of very sharp, dangerous teeth.
He's had that one before.
This human face with the lion's body and the wings, and this great big tail that whips around menacingly in the back with thorns protruding from it. Okay, and everyone roll initiative. That smile becomes something of a snarl. First up on the initiative is Rosny, who is still running to the wagon behind her, and she spends her time just jumping into the back of her wagon, opening up a small little crate, and then pulling out
A shotgun.
something. You don't know what. Be back in a second! And Rack, what do you do? Well, you're in the wagon right now.
Oh, he's
I'm
on top.
on the top.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Flying above.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw my shuriken at his stupid face.
Make that attack roll.
23.
Right in his plums.
That definitely makes the AC.
Snip on his eyes.
So I'm going to fly forward and just throw as hard as I can, just aiming generally for the face and chest area.
Yeah, as he's turning, it hits him right here, like where the shoulder meets the rest of his body.
And it's going to fly slightly off out of range a bit. And I say, can you fly in a shout, like a man word?
Yeah.
Which is an proper word, which says walk.
As it pulls out of him again, as it just lands back in your hand very quickly.
I like this toy.
Yen.
Yeah, knocks an arrow. He gets 20, but not a natural 20. 10 damage. He dives towards the cart and hides in it. He sees him coming around. He immediately knocks an arrow and fires it while everyone's still talking, and then runs for the thing and dives underneath it.
You don't know if he knows where you are now, but you're too quickly diving underneath, and with that arrow, as you know, the shuriken impact, as soon as it just leaves his body, he's turned around and left this side exposed again, as that goes straight into his other shoulder. And can't see, it seems, where that came from. So he brings one of his big paws up and just snaps it from his shoulder. And so he looks around, seeing he's surrounded. He brings up his tails, facing first towards Rack, knowing his location and that he's hit him. Brings up his tail with the spikes. With a quick flick, one of the spines ejects itself and flies towards your position.
Okay, yeah, so my AC 16, does it hit?
Yes.
The damage I take is reduced by 1d10 plus dex modifier plus 1 level. So I'm level
wow,
3.
really?
What?
Look, this up here. Yeah, that's fine. That's not awesome.
How much damage did it do?
It did 7
I
damage.
reduced it by 11.
Oh, if you reduce the damage
Actually,
to
no, that's a
zero.
lie. It did 10 damage.
If you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile.
His tail shoots this thorn towards you.
I literally kind of turn and just snatch it out of the air.
Do you throw it back or not with your key point?
I'm going to, because I haven't had a chance to do it yet,
Sure.
and it seems like a cool thing
Do
to
it.
do.
His face, which was previously snarling, like falters a bit as he's very impressed by this maneuver. You throw this thing back at him as he's like this and you're above him. It actually goes straight into his back. Blood trickling down his side. Determination in his eye stares at you and he's gonna like launch 2 more spikes straight at your direction. He launches those 2 arrows, 2 spikes. But you just quickly, they weren't even that well aimed to be honest. You can easily avoid them as they go into the distance. He just yells, "Ryo, where are you?" He goes back a bit. He takes a few beats of his wings as he moves up. And he now hovers above the tree line now.
How high up is he?
45 feet in the air.
I am just going to run to the front of the car. I'm going to fire a bow, and I'm not going to rage because unless I get melee attacks.
You're staying cool for now.
Yeah. Fuck it.
You missed.
Yeah.
The arrow just goes straight past him and into the forest beyond. Is there anything else you want to do?
He's for satisfaction.
Just be up.
And Yen is actually like just looking up to you right now. Is there anything you do?
You'll get him next time, Bryn.
Try and hit him like I did.
Says yeah.
Rod.
I want to get within 60 feet range of him. Is the car open at the back and front?
Yes. I mean, it's a bit more
And the
obstructed
side.
in the front, but it's still.
Could I
get through.
climb straight through rather than
Yeah.
like with an athletics check or something?
I will say that the entrance into it and the outside would be double.
Like, does anyone want any cover?
You hear from underneath the car. I think we're good.
Okay.
Who said that?
In which case, I'm going to use my minor illusion and I'm going to conjure the sounds of an arrow being loosed from, like, over here.
He quickly like darts around, looking for the sign where this sound came from. Very cautious right now, as he seems like momentarily distracted by this. Yeah, we come to Marcus. And as this goes on, Marcus, I just want to say, any attack you may have, I'm going to allow advantage for this one round, just because he's trying to locate the source of this arrow, so he's somewhat distracted right now.
Can I hold my action for if he basically like comes within hitting range? So if he lands like right in front of the car, I'd like to,
Okay.
or just like, or maybe like just like prepare myself like behind
Yeah.
the shield, that sort of thing, for like expecting the spike to shoot.
Cool. Rosny, running back towards you guys, kind of puffing a bit. You guys good? And she's putting up this hand crossbow, and I'm gonna give her advantage, the one which you would have gotten. I don't think that's gonna hit, to be honest.
Like only got
So
one, I suppose.
she's running up with her hand crossbow now. Yeah, and so I'm gonna actually go to Rack. You will get the advantage because she hasn't actually made an attack. Because she can't, she's not in
This
range.
guy was stretched for a very convincing arrow sound.
So if I kind of move closer to the group to try and lure him, well, I think I'm going to head towards the group to try and lure him into us.
How high up are you?
About the same kind of height as him. If I go near the group, he's one attacking me.
Yeah.
Come to us and land and get the combat guys involved.
Wait, so what was the range you said?
It's 20, but you can treble it and do it at disadvantage.
Yeah.
But because I've
do
already
it.
got he's distracted.
So
I'm just
yes,
gonna do it
you will
normally.
just roll a straight roll.
Natural one. I drop it.
You just get it wrong,
He's
and you just
he-
launch it straight down to the earth, and actually it just lands next to Bryn.
Jesus!
Can I use the rest of my movement to drop a bit lower so I'm less isolated up in the air?
Yeah, and you get
High at the top of the
your
wagon.
shuriken back as it pulls itself from the earth next to Bryn's feet. As Rak fumbles his shuriken, you see another rumbling through the forest line, and out comes another Manticore, like level to you guys, like not flying above.
Oh shit.
And so she looks up to this male Manticore and just grins and goes, "Were these feeble creatures too much for you?" As she turns to you guys.
Kind of regretting standing at the front now.
What's your AC?
I'm telling you now.
Don't tell
That
me.
is 15.
With that,
Claws your
she
arm
comes
off.
up with one arm with claws, and she's just about to hit you, but you just manage to sidestep that as it swishes past you. She growls, goes, and she goes in again for another clawing. It's like she's almost playing with you because she goes this way and you turn right that way, and she now brings her other hand.
Like a mouse with a kitty cat.
Yeah, she brings her other hand with a snarling, like female human face looking at you intently, and slashes just across your chest. You take 7 slashing damage. Splatters to the
nipple
ground.
off.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As it falls, like this blood spatters to the floor.
Falls to the floor. I hope not.
No, your nipple's fine. But the blood splatters to the floor right next to the all the horse blood. I'll deal with you later. And she then like jumps up and with a few beats. She jumps up with a few beats of her wings. She comes up to Rack. You can get an attack of opportunity.
19. 12 times. Let's go.
Oh, instinctually like lunges his Vesh's sword, and as he brings out the black shadows of the sword kind of burn bright as they flicker off the sword's blade and plunge straight into her into the side of her chest here, like going in between some ribs just about like a couple of inches, and pulls out as the smoke just retracts from the wounds and back into the sword. She gives a roar as she keeps flapping her skin-like wings as she comes face first towards you. She opens this maw and you see the rows upon rows of deadly teeth as they clamp like basically onto your thigh and draw a lot of blood. You take 8 piercing damage.
8?
Yep. She retracts and you see her lips just sort of run across her rows of teeth as she like just sneers at you with a wicked smile. No, she's let go. Yen, underneath, as you see these paws just from where you lie, and you see these great big paws just slash at Bryn as it jumps up again and bites at Rack.
I think Yen kind of rolls out from underneath. He aims up at the one that's attacking Rack.
Okay.
And fires a lightning arrow into its belly.
Her belly.
Natural 20. 21 damage.
21 damage.
With my lightning arrow. I used a magical lightning arrow.
As you draw it out, lightning crackles along the stick of the arrow and reaches your hands, but you don't feel any damage from it as it bursts, like launches through the air, almost transforming into just basically a lightning streak. Like its arrow form seems to disappear entirely as it just plunges into basically her underbelly from one side. And it turns back into its arrow form, but it's still stuck in there. She fumbles a bit next to Rack, and she just lets out this really pained scream, going, as she looks back quickly to the male Manticore and just, Ramis, finish these creatures off! He's no longer looking for the source of the arrow sound. He beats his wings, and he comes over this way, closer, still maintaining his height. This Manticore now comes closer to you guys, as again, his tail whips up as he beats his wings, and he's just seen Yen fire like a lightning. One spike launches and hits you straight in the shoulder. It's not as painful as you thought it would be. You only take 4 piercing damage from that. However, you launched a lightning bolt, it seems, at this female Manticore, and he is very protective, it seems, of her as he launches another spike to you. This one makes contact with your gut, and it really hurts as blood comes out from your, it pierces your leather, I assume, armor. As you see it spurt out quickly, you take 8 piercing damage from that. He then looks at Bryn. Because Bryn's also done damage to this female, the male one turns to Bryn and launches his 3rd spike. That just hits into the wagon. And yeah, he just shouts back to her, "Don't worry, we'll be feasting on them soon enough." We come to Bryn.
She is in stabbing distance. Rage! Yes, I'm going to rage and do a reckless attack on this. So 19, come on, nat 20. 19. What I got. Another 12 damage.
What do you do?
I try and stand on the other side this time, straight out like.
Well, you can already see where the arrow's still sticking out, the lightning arrow. You just pierce right next to it. She forces a bit, her arm, like she turns around but corrects herself as she just turns to you and snarls. Rard, as you see this going on, cool.
Is there a spot where I can pop a shatter that will get both of them and not get any of my friends? I'll put the ball over here so it doesn't attack any of my friends. I'll get her just in the edge.
Yeah.
And I say, I don't think it's your lucky day, love. I cast shatter, and I'm going to use one of my portents to say that she rolls a 3.
Ooh, okay, wow, that's pretty cool. You roll your damage.
17 damage.
Oh,
17. So what does Shatter do?
So I point and I click my fingers. And there's this like sonic boom type sound, and the air around her like physically shakes like a shockwave.
And so with this shaking, what kind of damage is that?
It's thunder damage.
Her whole form just vibrates, and you hear like shattering of bone, and parts of her wings actually like cracking as she's still just about able to maintain her lift. But it's like a really pained scream of almost desperation, and as she screams, the male Manticore looks at her wide-eyed, and he just shouts, "I will save you! It's the last thing I do!" And we come to Marcus.
I just overhead swing.
Marcus,
Yep.
how do you finish this thing off?
I guess it's like
yours
just
popped up.
completely open up her stomach then.
Oh, that's
Just-
grim.
Just there's organs everywhere.
Raining
It's-
it down on
it's-
Bryn.
You just carve across her ribcage. It opens up, and just gore
It's like a put
rains on you and Marcus as the Manticore just falls faint. Its wings beat one more time before she just collapses to the ground. Her feminine head just sort of landing like that on the floor as her eyes just sort of roll up. The male Manticore, I'm not going to do it, screams this grieved, painful scream, sorrowful, and he just shouts at you that he is going to end all of you. Rosny keeps on her running. She sees that you've just felled this creature. Good job! And then she brings up her crossbow, her hand crossbow, points it, trying to aim at this flying Manticore. She launches a bolt from the hand crossbow, and as he's looking at his felled, you assume, mate, the crossbow just hits him in the side. He doesn't even notice as blood starts trickling to the floor. He's just so grief-stricken. Rack.
I want to try and draw into us. So we will say, I'm imagining the dead Vince here. So I'm going to land, but atop her. Oh, again, I'll just launch a shuriken literally on the corpse.
Yeah.
So I try and lure him down, like, fuck you, kind of thing.
As he looks, his gaze goes from the Manticore, and he looks like icy cold into your
So I'm
eyes.
just going to like slow fall down,
Snarling.
not actually touching, but like because I'm still slightly airborne, just like falling down. So I launch it. 3. I miss.
Yeah.
It goes flying off and
Just goes flying off and catches
pull
it.
it back.
Yen.
So Yen's been pretty injured, so he's sort of like staggering around, and he raises his bow one last time. Of course, this is standard Yen. To fire at this guy. 14.
Your damage.
8.
Ping. As you see the shuriken just miss.
Well, I mean, okay.
What sound do you want to make? Is that better?
And it hits with like a thunk. Give me that.
As
Nice.
it makes purchase into
And then
his
it kind
side.
of goes like. Wow.
It's like,
Again, he's not even noticing. He's just staring down this bird who is, it seems, defiling his wife by standing on her.
While that happens, Yen is like staggering back, and he will go back here and try and hide.
And he's not even paying attention to you at all.
Oh, that's good because I totally failed to hide.
And
That was an actual one.
That's an actual one. So I guess I'm just peeking over the top.
yeah, this Manticore dive bombs straight to your position.
Why me? I think
Tunnel visioned.
Because you're stomping on this bird.
I'm not literally on her. I'm just above her.
That's actually true. You're right. So he dives past you. Just around.
talks out of it to attack Mark.
Talks out of it.
Buddy.
You've got heavy armor and full health.
As he just whoops past your form to face Marcus from behind. Son of a...
Did he miss any of those by any chance?
He missed all of them.
Right, riposte.
You were just with excellent strategic form. I see claws at you, claws, and with a bite. Each time you slide away from it, and it's perfect textbook maneuver stuff.
I'm gonna riposte. So straight
Toasty.
from 7 plus 5, that is a 12. I don't think that's gonna cut it.
Very not. No, sorry.
Minor superiority notes.
Doesn't cut
With that,
mustard.
you bring your what is it, saber?
Yes.
And you just skiff it. Bryn, you run behind the Manticore.
I'm gonna have a reckless attack on
Behind
him. I'm gonna try and take his right ankle off.
Of which one? He's got like 4 legs, mate.
His back.
His back one.
Shunk. Your sword makes purchase into the leg, and it gets stuck. You don't cleave off by any means, but you do get some good
Well,
purchase
like
into
chicken
it.
wing him. It's like not quite.
Almost, but you've just hit. You know you've hit bone for sure. as you pull it, and again, the shadows form around the sword, go into the wound, and then come back again as you pull it out. And so, do you do anything else?
Yeah.
Rod.
There's a fabric wall, right? So I technically can't really see him from where I am.
Nope.
Can I use my small knife to cut a slit in the fabric to stick my head through?
You may.
As like a bonus action.
You may. Yep, absolutely.
I look through it. I say, you know they're so sharp and play the hits, and I cast frostbite on it.
Roll your damage for frostbite.
Yeah! Fuck's sake, for once. Right, that's what happens. It's a 1. But he does have disadvantage.
It's not even noticeable, but a bit of frost like covers just underneath his mane.
It's like
And
someone's got an
dissipates.
ice cube on his head.
Yeah,
It's slightly
sure.
under-
He's got-
You know,
he's
someone's
got-
ice cube down your back. It's like, ooh.
He's got frosted tips.
However, you can tell that that cold has kind of permeated his body a bit as he shudders a tiny bit. So we come to Marcus.
Going for a diagonal strike right to left.
And so you take your sword right to left, slash across from the shoulder down to like here where his arm is, as blood splatters to the ground and he roars at you, not in pain but in like deep guttural anger.
I'd like to burn
Technically range.
my action surge as well and hit him again.
Do it.
So back and then just straight back
Okay.
across. Oh, that's a natural. I burned my action surge for a natural 1.
And you go in for another slice, but he just quickly, with his big hulking form, moves out of the way. And come to Rosny. Yeah, so she runs around the corner, bringing her crossbow up again, hand crossbow. And she just looks at the Manticore on the floor and all the gore. It's like, wow, you really messed this thing up. And brings it up, fires. She fucking crit, okay? Bolt darting through the air whizzes past Rod and past Marcus as Marcus just misses his attack. But then you see this bolt just come from your shoulder, like going literally inches from your face, as it launches itself straight in the forehead of this Manticore. As he just stumbles backwards, he just collapses to the floor, eyes rolling up, as he just growls slowly as the life departs from his body.
I look round at her and I look quite impressed.
Yeah.
Can I use my reaction to try and get a kill steal and just like, nick it across the face and say, I did it?
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll anything?
No. You just
Kill steal.
you bring up your sword, just nick it. It's like,
Slash his throat kind of thing.
what'd you say?
Got one.
You got the last one, okay? So you were out
We're
of
out of
combat.
Shall we deal with
those two?
cutting up the guts next time, maybe?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
good.
it's 5 to 2.
And you have finished up.